Sky Guardian, you recommend we read from the Vachanamrut? Yes. Or actually, the Vachanamrut. It's like the Vachanamrut, but a little shorter. Okay, let us read from another section of the Vachanamrut. This is a wonderful book, a collection of about 300 discourses from a great being known as Bhagwan Swaminarayan, who has gotten his name due to celebrating the effectiveness of the Swaminarayan mantra, which actually is the one we'll be doing at the end of this stream today. Today we are reading Gadhadā 141. Eko ham Bahu Syām. On the evening of Maha Sudhi the 5th, Samvat 1876, or the 20th of January, 1820, Sriji Mahārāj was sitting on a large decorated cot on the platform under the neem tree near the mandir of Sri Vasudev Narayan in Dada Khachaur's Darbar in Gadhadā. He was dressed entirely in white clothes. He was also adorned with garlands of yellow flowers. Bunches of yellow flowers had been placed upon his ears, and tassels of yellow flowers were dangling from his pug. At that time, an assembly of munis, as well as devotees from various places, had gathered before him. Then Sriji Mahārāj said, "Please engage in a question-answer dialogue." Thereupon, Nrusinhānand Swāmi asked, "Mahārāj, many pundits and Vedantis in the world interpret the Vedic verse, Eko ham Bahu Syām Prajayeya, from the Chandogya Upanishad, 6th canto, 2nd chapter, 3rd verse, to mean the one God present at the time of dissolution himself takes the form of all jivas, individual beings, and Ishvars, gods, by his own will. But this belief can only be accepted by someone who is a fool." Obviously. I guess that makes me a fool also. "We have accepted your refuge, so this belief does not make sense in our minds. Our understanding is that God is indivisible, and that he does not divide and assume the forms of various jivas and ishvars. Therefore, we can only fully understand the meaning of this verse if you explain it to us." Sriji Mahārāj then explained, "The meaning of that Vedic verse is not as they interpret it to be. In fact, it has a different meaning altogether. In the prose portion of the Ved Stuti, it is stated, Svakruta Vichitra Yonishu Vishaniva Hetu Taya Tatama Tash Jakasyana Lavat Svakrutanuk Kurtihi. Some long Sanskrit words there from the Srimad Bhagavata, the 10th canto, 87th chapter, 19th verse. This means Purushottam Bhagwan creates and enters the various types of life forms as their cause and is their Antaryami, and he inspires them to a greater or lesser degree. More specifically, at the time of creation, Purushottam Bhagwan, who transcends even Akshar, inspires Akshar. As a result, Purush manifests from Akshar. After entering Akshar, Purushottam enters Purush, and in the form of Purush inspires Prakriti. This is a description on the hierarchy of being, how nature, Prakriti, is inspired by the cosmic person, Purusha. In this way, as Purushottam successfully entered the various entities, the activities of creation took place. Thereafter, Pradhan Purushis were produced from Prakriti Purush. From Pradhan Purush, Mahatattva was produced. From Mahatattva, the three types of Ahamkar, ego, was produced. From Ahamkar, the Bhuts, the Vishais, experiences of the senses, the Indriyas, the senses themselves, the Andhakarans, the minds, and their presiding devas were produced. From those, Virat Purush was produced. From the lotus extending from his navel, Brahma, the creator, was produced. From that Brahma, Marichi, and the other Prajapatis, the lords, were produced. From them, Kashyap and other Prajapatis were produced. From them, Indra, the lord of the world, and the other devas, the demons, and all of the mobile and immobile creation were produced. You are all memorizing this, correct? Just kidding. Purushottam Bhagwan enters and dwells in all of the above as their cause and Antaryami. However, he does not manifest in Prakriti Purush to the extent he manifests in Akshar, and he does not manifest in Pradhan Purush to the extent that he manifests in Prakriti Purush, and he does not manifest in Mahatattva and the rest of the 24 elements to the extent that he manifests in Pradhan Purush, and he does not manifest in Virat Purush to the extent that he manifests in the 24 elements, and he does not manifest in Brahma to the extent that he manifests in Virat Purush, and he does not manifest in Marichi and others to the extent that he manifests in Brahma. And he does not manifest in Kashyap to the extent that he manifests in Marichi and others. And he does not manifest in Indra and the other devas to the extent that he manifests in Kashyap. And he does not manifest in human beings to the extent that he manifests in Indra and the other devas. And he does not manifest in animals to the extent that he manifests in human beings. In this manner, Purushottam Bhagwan resides in all, to a greater or lesser degree, as their cause and Antaryami. So, although God is present in all beings, there is a hierarchy of that presence, more in some places, lesser in others. For example, fire is latent within wood, scientifically, as the potential energy. Large fire resides in large pieces of wood. Long fire resides in a long piece of wood. And warped fire resides in a warped piece of wood. In a similar way, Purushottam Bhagwan manifests in various entities with various degrees of power according to the task to be accomplished through that entity. Purushottam Bhagwan also resides in Akshar, Prakriti Purush, and others as their Antaryami. A lot of Sanskrit today, huh? However, because of the differences in the capacity of those entities, there is a difference in their power. So in fact, there is only one Purushottam Bhagwan, and it is he who enters all and resides in them as Antaryami. But he does not consider himself, my apologies, but he does not himself become the Jivas and Ishvars by assuming many forms. That is how that Vedic verse should be interpreted. Got that? Oh, how lovely it is to experience such an intricate detail of the hierarchy of being and creation, and how God manifests in all forms. I hope even an essence of this teaching was conveyed, and that is enough for me. So thank you for listening. And of course we may return to a regular format. Chelsea, you shared that you just bought your daughter Minecraft, and she's excited about pumpkins because she's a vegetarian. Did I hear vegetarian? Says Sky Guardian. You are so happy when you hear people engaging in ahimsa, who is also vegetarian.